Chapter 13, lesson 8, okay? It says area of composite figures. Okay, so just a little review. How do we solve area? Length times width. Okay, length times width is how we solve area. Okay, a composite figure is made up of two or more figures. So you see this little garden? Okay, it's made up of this shape, this rectangle, and this rectangle here. Okay, so all the trees are in this area here. So the area for this one would be 12 times 8. And the area of this garden or this field would be 8 times 10. Okay, and then I add both of those together to get the area of the whole thing. That's how it works. And here's the example that they give you. Okay, so again, a composite figure is made up of one or two or more figures. Okay. To find the area of a composite figure, decompose the figure into smaller parts, and that's what we just did. So instead of making a this polygon, I cut it into two shapes. Now I'm going to find the area for this one here, and then I'm going to find the area for here. And let's see what they have. So the shrubs, trees, flowers, and plants can be bought at Mr. Corley's nursery. What is the area of the nursery's garden at the right? So they took the garden, divided into two rectangles. So one rectangle, the length and the width are what? A equals length times width, which is 8 times 10. Okay. And then the area for rectangle number 2 is 8 times 12. Okay. So it says break the composite figure into two smaller parts, which we did here and here. Okay. And we said that the area for rectangle A is 10 times 8. Which is 80. And the area for rectangle A is 12 times 8, which is 96. Or 10 times 8 is 80, plus 2 times 8 is 16, and 80 plus 16 is 96. That's how they got that. Then you take both areas. This is 96. Then you take the area in rectangle 1 is 80. Okay. The area in rectangle 2 is 96. And then I add those. And look, they have it right here. You add both of those. So I'm going to take 80 plus 96. 0 plus 6 is 6, and 8 plus 9 is 17. So the area of the whole shape of the whole garden is going to be how much? 176. Square yards.
Explore. Use models to find areas of composite shapes. You have used square units to find the area of rectangles and squares. You can also use square units to find the area of other shapes. For this shape, we need to find the area of the shaded region. One way is to count the square units. The shape shows that there are 48 square units. Another way we can find the area is to decompose the shape. First, decompose the shape into rectangles and squares. The shape can be broken into 2 rectangles and 1 square. Next, we need to find the area of the parts. Then we can add them together. Let's begin by finding the area of the first rectangle. 3 times 5 equals 15. Next, find the area of the square. 3 times 3 equals 9. Finally, find the area of the second rectangle. 6 times 4 equals 24. Now, add the areas together. 15 plus 9 plus 24 equals 48. So the area of the shape is 48 square units.
Here's another example. Obviously, this shape looks a lot different than the previous one, right? Yeah, so what they did was they cut it across here. Okay. All right. So what they did, it says break the composite figure into smaller parts. Look for the rectangles. This composite figure can be broken into, how many sections are there? How many rectangles are there? Do you see? Three. The top one and then the two bottom ones, right? 3. By the way, if this is 8, right, from here to here, if this is 8, how much is this right here? If the whole thing is 10? Now I already have 8, so from 2, right? So this long one is going to be 2 meters by 12 meters by 2 meters because they went 10 minus 8 equals 2. So they took this section right here, which was 8. The whole thing was 10, so they went 10 minus 8 equals 2. That's how they got this little section there. Okay? So again, 12 times 2 equals 24. So the area for this rectangle would be 24. And then these two little rectangles, I have the length is 3 and the width is 8. Okay? So I go 8 times 3, which is also what? 24. So the length for this rectangle is 24. The length for this rectangle is 24. And then what do I do next? So I found the area of all 3 rectangles. How am I going to find out the area for the whole shape? Add them all together. Good. This is what they did. 24. They decomposed 12 to 10 and 2. 10 times 2 is 20. 2 times 2 is 4. And then add them together, you get 24. But there were 3 of these, right? There were 2 rectangles, so it was 24 as well for the other rectangle. So they added 24 plus 24 plus 24. I'd rather just add them this way. Instead of horizontal, I'm going to do a vertical. 24 plus 24 plus 24. 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 4 more is 12. Put the 2 down, carry the 1. Carry the 1, 2, 4, 6, plus the 1 that I carried is 7. So the area of the whole shape is 72 square meters. Let's do the guided practice. We're going to do this one again. Okay. So first I need to divide that shape into 2 rectangles, right? So I'm going to go this way. Right here. Okay. I know that the left side is 3, right? Okay. If this side right here is 4 and the whole thing is 7, how much is this right here? That side. If this is 4, what would be this section? Well, 4 plus 2 is 6. 3, yes. So now I know that this section is 3. So this whole red square, the area is going to be what? 9, which is 3 times 3, right? Okay. Now I already have 2 sides already. For this rectangle, I have the length and the width. So for this rectangle right here, let's say rectangle A, and this would be rectangle B. So rectangle A is going to be 5 times 4, which is 20. And this is 9. So so the area for A is 20. The area for B is 9. And then I need to add both of those together. So 0 plus 9 is 9. 2 plus 0 is 2. So the area of the whole thing is 29. Number 2, I'm going to divide it across like this. Okay. And I already have the area for this one, 4 and 10, and the area for the bottom one, 9 and 2. What? 9 and 8, sorry. 9 and 8 and 10 and 4. Sorry about that. It's been a long day, so. And then for 3, I'm going to divide it across this way. Hey, look, I already have the width for this one already, and the length for this one, and the width for this one. So 5 and 3. The long rectangle is 2 and 10. And again, area is length times width. Okay. Number 5, I'm actually going to divide it across like this. Because for the rectangle on the bottom, I already have 9 and 4, so that's one of them. And then the rectangle that goes horizontal is 11 and 2. So I already have both of those numbers. Number 4 is a little bit more trickier. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to divide it across like this. Okay? Across like this. Okay? So for this rectangle right here, I already have the two numbers already, 6 and 3. I need to find the length and the width for the little rectangle, right? Right? So here's my suggestion. If the bottom one is 3, if the bottom one was 3, and this section right here is 2, how much is this little section? 1, because 2 plus 1 is 3. So I know that this little section here, that's 1 feet. Okay. So for this one is 1 times. I need to figure out what this section is right here. Let me get another color. I need to figure out what this section is. If the whole thing is 9, and this section right here is 6, how much is the section here? 3, because it's 9 minus 6, right? Which is 3. So this section here is 1, and then this little section right here is 3. So 1 times 3. Sorry about that. 1 times 3. Okay. So the area for this top one is going to be 1 times 3, and the area for the bigger one is going to be 6 times 3. Okay. Go ahead and do all 4 of those. Go.